sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they match up with Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go! Let's go!
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, out of Eastern Illinois.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He finds McKinnon, complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Well, that's a combination that 49er fans are happy to see, Garoppolo to McKinnon, and they want to see a lot of it. They didn't get to witness it at all last year. Remember, McKinnon got injured before the season began. But you think back to his final year in Minnesota in 2017, had almost 1,000 yards of total offense, a lot of those on the receiving end of things. He is definitely a weapon out of the backfield like we just saw. On 1st down, McKinnon again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, rolling to his left. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's McKissick. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. J.D. McKissick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now Garoppolo leads for McKinnon on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. But it'll be 2nd down. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he hits his man, Matthews. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll run with McKissick. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson completes it to Dixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Watch the pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. On third down, it's Carson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Here we go.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Second down, McKinnon. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Week 10 in the NFL coming to a close tonight. Not too early to look ahead to Week 11. We've got Thursday Night Football to get us started. The Dog Pound going to be alive and barking. The first meeting of the year between the Steelers and the Browns. And since the Browns came back to Cleveland, the Steelers are 34-6-1 against their rivals. Browns trying to stem that tide. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad. And
he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line. Watch the shoot! Alert!
Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. On is the rookie 4th rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They go draw play to McKinnon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Garoppolo now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. Ed Dixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case of this play. You got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
It's second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On second down, McKinnon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Chris Carson trotting back out there at his current pace. Sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably saying, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Here we go. 20. Trick. You got trick. You got 3.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man, it's Kendrick Bourne. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Garoppolo now, over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon, trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Niners on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
That's it, baby. We go.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
Not more than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter. Wilson looking deep for Gabriel. And that's caught inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Garoppolo looks to throw, and Matthews makes the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings Monday night, as we'll send you eat. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed...
Back now on EA Sports at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks in possession of the ball as we get back into the action in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jamar Taylor there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw is going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. That's a combination that 49er fans are happy to see. Garoppolo to McKinnon, and they want to see a lot of it. They didn't get to witness it at all. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here's Wilson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Pushing his way through. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
Here we go. Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just...
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run once more with McKinnon. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On 1st down, here's Breida. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Garoppolo now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon, and not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Now Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Week 10 in the NFL coming to a close tonight. Not too early to look ahead to Week 11. We've got Thursday Night Football to get us started. The Dog Pound going to be alive and barking. The first meeting of the year between the Steelers and the Browns. And since the Browns came back to Cleveland, the Steelers are 34-6-1 against their rivals. Browns trying to stem that tide. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now it's the backup Smith. Quick slant, caught by Moore. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year, in on the stop for the Niners. From the gun on third down, Wilson completes it to Dixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Penny. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Here we go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Hey, come on now.
Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They run again with Carson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. The Seahawks on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Caught, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now Garoppolo leads for McKinnon on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And Matthews makes the ground. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
This is fielded at the goal line. A little juke. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson completes it to Dixon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From just shy of midfield. Wilson, and Dixon has it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Carson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st down, Carson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On the ground with a tight end. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. They're going to run this with a tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 11, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson, and this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that. And now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's Garoppolo to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He finds Matthews. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. Garoppolo now. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. Open man is Bourne. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points